You wake up before the world does. The silence holds a secret. Today is not just another day. Today is the day you unlock something inside yourself you didn't know existed. Most people drift through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, expecting different results, but not you. You've started to notice something. The smallest shifts in your thinking create the biggest changes in your reality. Hidden potential isn't buried deep in some unreachable place. It's right there, just beneath the surface, waiting for you to stop doubting and start doing. It's been there all along. You realize that greatness isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks and fanfare. It's built in the quiet moments, in the decisions no one sees, in the discipline you practice when no one's watching. The alarm goes off and you have a choice: hit snooze and stay comfortable, or rise and claim the day before it claims you. This choice, repeated daily, becomes your destiny. Your mind is a battlefield every morning. The voice that says stay in bed versus the voice that says become more. Which voice you feed determines who you become. You lace up your shoes and step outside into the cool morning air. Each step is a declaration: I am not who I was yesterday. I am building the person I'm becoming. The mirror doesn't lie, but it doesn't tell the whole truth either. What you see is where you are. What you don't see yet is where you're going. The gap between them is called commitment. You prepare your mind like an athlete prepares their body. Meditation, affirmations, visualization, these aren't luxuries. They're necessities for someone serious about unlocking what's inside. The world will try to distract you 1,000 times today. Notifications, noise, other people's emergencies. But you've learned to protect your focus like it's your most valuable asset. Because it is. At work, the pressure mounts. Deadlines loom, others panic, but you've trained for this not with skill alone, but with a mindset that sees pressure as privilege. Only the strong get tested. You catch yourself slipping into old thought patterns. I can't do this, I'm not good enough. But now you recognize these thoughts as visitors, not residents. You acknowledge them and send them away. The mental switch flips. You realize that potential isn't about having special talents. It's about having the courage to push past the moment when everyone else quits. Lunch break comes and you make a choice: scroll mindlessly or read something that expands your mind. Small decision, massive compound effect over time. You're building a new identity brick by brick. Not through dramatic transformations, but through micro-habits so small they seem insignificant until they're not. Someone criticizes you, questions your path, doubts your direction. Their words sting for a moment, then you remember their limitations are not your ceiling. Keep climbing. The afternoon slump hits hard. Energy fades, motivation wavers. This is where most people make excuses. This is where you make progress anyway. You've learned that discipline isn't about feeling motivated. It's about moving forward regardless of how you feel. Feelings change, commitment doesn't. The gym becomes your temple, not because you're obsessed with your body, but because you've discovered that physical challenge builds mental strength. Every rep is a lesson in pushing past perceived limits. You look around and see people with more advantages, more resources, more support, but you've stopped comparing. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. The weight feels impossible. Your muscles scream. Your mind begs you to stop. But you've learned to operate in the space between I can't and I did. That space is where potential unlocks. Evening comes and you reflect on the day. Not every moment was perfect. You stumbled, hesitated, doubted, but you showed up. And showing up consistently is the master key. You open your journal and write down 3 wins from today. They don't have to be big. You spoke up in that meeting. You chose the healthy meal. You kept your promise to yourself. Small wins compound. The people closest to you don't understand your new intensity. They liked the old you better, the one who stayed comfortable. But you're not becoming who you are to make others comfortable. You read for 30 minutes before bed, not to escape, but to grow. Every page is an investment in the person you're building. Every insight is a tool for tomorrow. Your phone buzzes with distractions, temptations to waste the final hours of your day, but you've created boundaries. Your time is your life, and you refuse to waste it. Sleep comes easier now, not because life is easier, but because you're living with purpose. Your head hits the pillow knowing you did everything you could with today. You dream differently now, not about what you lack, but about what you're creating. Your subconscious is starting to believe what your conscious mind has been declaring. The next morning arrives, another chance. Another opportunity to chip away at your potential. You realize this is the pattern: daily progress, daily commitment, daily mindset shifts. Failure visits you. A setback, a rejection. A plan that didn't work, but you've reframed failure. It's not the opposite of success. It's the admission price you pay to get there. You stand back up faster than you used to. Not because it hurts less, but because you've learned that staying down hurts more. Forward is the only direction that matters. The breakthrough comes when you least expect it. Not because you worked harder that day, but because all those previous days of work finally reached critical mass. This is how potential unlocks suddenly, then all at once. You accomplish something you once thought impossible. Not through luck or talent, but through the relentless daily practice of shifting your mindset from maybe to definitely. Others start to notice. They ask what changed. They want the secret. You tell them the truth: there is no secret. Just commitment disguised as ordinary daily decisions. But you don't let their attention change you. You've learned that external validation is nice, but internal transformation is everything. You're not doing this for applause. The real power isn't in the big moments. It's in the 1,000 small moments where you chose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, progress over perfection. You realize that your potential was never locked. You were just holding the key the whole time and didn't know it. The key is your mindset. The key is your daily choices. The version of you from 6 months ago wouldn't recognize who you are now. Not because you've changed everything, but because you've changed the one thing that changes everything: how you think. You stop seeking shortcuts. You embrace the process. You understand that unlocking hidden potential isn't a destination. It's a practice you commit to every single day. The doubts still come. The fears still whisper. But they've lost their power over you. You built a mind that doesn't need certainty to move forward. You trust the process. You look at the goals you set months ago. Some you've achieved, some you're still chasing. But the real victory isn't in the goals, it's in becoming the type of person who pursues them relentlessly. Your habits have become your identity. You're no longer someone trying to be disciplined. You're someone who is disciplined. The shift is complete. The mountain you're climbing has no peak. There's always another level, another challenge, another version of yourself waiting to be unlocked. And you've made peace with this. You share your journey with someone struggling. You tell them what you've learned, that their potential is already inside them. They just need to shift their mindset daily and trust the compound effect. The impact you're making ripples outward. Not because you're preaching, but because you're living proof. People see the change in you, and it gives them permission to change too. You've discovered that unlocking hidden potential isn't about becoming someone else. It's about removing the layers of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that buried who you really are. The mirror shows you someone different now. Same face, same features, but the eyes are different. They're the eyes of someone who stopped waiting and started becoming. Today is not just another day. Today is the continuation of your transformation. Today is another opportunity to shift your mindset and unlock another layer of potential you didn't know you had. You realize the journey never ends. There will always be more potential to unlock, more growth to pursue, more versions of yourself to become. And this doesn't discourage you, it excites you. The power was always yours. The potential was always there. All you needed was the decision to shift your mindset daily and the discipline to follow through. You made that decision, and everything changed. Now you stand at the edge of your comfort zone again, ready to leap. Not because you're fearless, but because you've learned that on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. This is your moment. This is your time. Stop waiting for permission to become who you're meant to be. Shift your mindset today. Commit to the daily practice. Your hidden potential is calling. Answer it.